Estamos aquí con dos magnates del hip hop, los fundadores de Cash Money Records, junto a artistas como Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Nicki Minaj, Drake. Ellos mismos como artistas han recaudado hasta 12 álbumes platinos en los Billboard, 8 sencillos número 1 en los Billboard, han vendido más de 1 billón de copias. Esta gente se han encargado de que mucha gente, muchos artistas de la calle que no tenían futuro, salieran, no solamente salieran de la calle siendo multimillonarios. Con nosotros, Brian Williams y Ronald Williams. Un aplauso, por favor, señores. Thanks for having us here. Thank you. Thank you. I want to start with much respect to you guys. I read your story and I feel like you invented the music hustle. Thank you for paving the way. Thank you.
Paving the way.
I want to start in 1991. What made you guys switch from a street empire to a musical one?
Just wanting to do something different with our life, bro. Just try something different, and we chose music, and we stayed dedicated to it and sacrificed our life trying to be successful. Rather that life than the other life. So, and the gratitude paid off, but the sacrifice was giving our life to it.
I respect that from you. You put both of you put the 100% in it.
Yeah, our life. We dedicated our life, really our life to it. You know, I always a firm believer. You get in it what you put in it. So, and we gave our all to it.
In 8th grade, you mentioned that you want to be a rapper, a rap mogul. I wondering, as a fan of hip hop myself, who introduced hip hop to you guys?
We just love music. We always used to go to record stores and buy cassettes and CDs, and we used to just buy a lot of music. And we met a couple of guys from New Orleans, Tim Smooth and Dick, that was in it. And we got a chance to go to one of their concerts and see the reaction from the people. And we was already talking about it. And once we left that concert, we started to like really trying to get into it, because we was doing real estate and all kind of other stuff at the time. But you know, we love music, and when you're doing something that's fun and you love to do and you having fun doing it, that's what we wanted. So we love music. We like making money. We like making other upcoming artists millionaires, multimillionaires, and that's what our goal was, to not only us be successful, but them being successful, you know. So,
and a lot of our drive for music, we lived on top of a ballroom too. So my dad owned the ballroom, and we slept on top of it. So we heard music
all night,
all day, all
Gladys
night.
Bar, right?
So Gladys Bar. So we heard music all night. Gunfights, shootouts, we saw it all just because we lived right there.
Feds, prostitutes, junkies, whatever. We saw it all, you know. So that's what
But the music was always in our house. Either we liked it or not, we heard it because we slept on top of it.
You know, what characteristic a good leader should possess?
Smart, creative, gotta have plenty of common sense. It's simple, really, common sense, smarts, and creativity. Because, you know, for success, he always taught us, like, no matter what you do, where you go, be a man about it. Be a leader about it. never like settle. You know, once you climb one mountain, you got to climb a higher mountain. And that's the things he was teaching us, and teaching us how to hustle and, you know, get out and do things. Don't be lazy. You know, we used to see our dad go to dialysis and get up 5 o'clock in the morning, go to dialysis, and then, you know, come home, take a 30-minute nap, and he on his way to work. He on his way to the bar. So, you know, if he could do that, shit, why can't we? We gotta get up. And he ain't play that just laying around, not doing nothing. You know, he made it like, get up, come on, let's go.
Paul was a real hustler. Our leadership come from, we just born with that shit. Like, I've been leading since a kid. Like, I used to have 200-300 niggas following me, like, the whole project. So the leadership is just something that was in us. We ain't have to learn how to be like that. That shit was already something that was gifted with us. So it was easy for us to do it, to be honest.
I recall also that you read the entire Bible when you were in prison.
Yeah.
And that kind of shocked me because I grew up in church. It made me wonder, is there any special verse or favorite verse from the Bible that you can recall?
No, what I learned, not really, but what I learned from reading the Bible, one of my partners from my neighborhood, his name was D, they grew up very spiritual, and he sat down with me and taught me the Bible. But what I did learn from the Bible that made me want to change my life is that I felt like, I'm going to be accountable for my actions, because I didn't know no better as a kid, and we was running reckless. So when I got incarcerated and read the Bible, it made me be more conscious of my actions, and because now I feel I'll be accountable for shit that I'm doing.
I'm going to take that what you're just saying, I'm going to keep inside my heart. Thank you for that.
You know, none of this couldn't be possible if it wasn't for God. You know, we're believers. You know, we pray, and you know, nothing we do, any success we get, is bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? We always said that to each other. It's bigger than us because God made everything possible. God made it possible for this to happen today. So none of this wouldn't have happened without us having faith, trust, peace, joy, respect, and faith in God.
Amen.
Nice. Amen.
When we got into hip-hop wasn't around for about 20 years, 25 years, if that. So we had to learn along the way. But nowadays, if you're young and you're in this shit, you got to know this shit, because if it blow, you got to know what you're into, bro. We had a chance to learn over a period of time, but consistency, having the right people and the right team.
And, you know, learning, you got to know what you're doing. You can't just go out there head first and not know your business. That's one of the main things, man. You got to take care of your business first. You could rap all day, but if you don't take care of your business, you know, you don't know what you got yourself into. You don't know, you know, you letting other people guide you, but you need to guide yourself, especially artists and entrepreneurs, man. You got to take charge of what you're doing.
Well, me, it was, you know, I had my brother, like, my brother was like, you know, I was fucking with the rappers. That was my thing, getting these niggas to keep coming in the studio, and made studio our home and not the streets. Our home became the studio, but me having my brother balanced it out a lot for us, because he was more of the keeping the business in line, but I was more fucking with the rappers and making sure niggas on at the studio and we in the studio doing our thing. But our 1-2 was a balance, but having my brother was a beneficial for me, very beneficial for us, period.
Your first artist to sign was Kilo G, right? Rip Kilo G.
Yeah.
What was the vision with him?
We was new.
Yeah, the first person we kind of met, little youngster, And we felt he had a little talent, and we was, you know, we was jumping from one lane to another lane. So, and we wanted to get a young man a chance and give ourselves a chance. It was like a trial and error for us. We learned a lot from that, from Kilo G to manifest. Now we know how to go forward and make money in this shit. You know, Kilo G, we lost a lot of money, but after that we figured it out, and we got busy with it.
We made a lot of mistakes in the beginning because we overpressed, we overdid everything, and we was listening to some other people at the time, and their way wasn't working for us. So me and him talking, I'm like, look, bro, we need to just, are we gonna lose our money, bro? We gonna lose our money. We ain't about to let nobody else blow this for us. So I said, man, we could figure this shit out on the fly. So we started figuring it out on the fly. We'll go out and put Cash Money posters all around the city. Late at night, 4 in the morning, man, him in a car with a bucket of glue and a paintbrush, just posting up. When people wake up in the morning, they see Cash Money everywhere. We bought 5,000 T-shirts, no, 10,000. We was just passing T-shirts out. Cash Money everywhere.
That's the old way of doing things. You got to do it yourself. We, you know, ain't nobody never gave us shit. We physically put in the body of work. Like I said, our sacrifice was giving our life. And that's what we did. Whatever it took to survive and win, we did that.
My name is Site Beater, man, you know.
How you got here? How you got signed by Birdman and Slim?
Well, I just came out of prison maybe like 6 months ago. A month and a half into my freedom. I patched up with Slim through my producer, Sinister on the track. Shout out to him. And shit just took its course, you feel me? And it worked out. Man, Baby and Slim, thank you for everything. You feel me? I appreciate it. You feel me? I'm putting on to the fullest Cash Money, you feel me? But most of all, thank you. Like, y'all changed my life, you feel me? Y'all gave me an opportunity to really provide for my family, get out the streets, you feel me? Like, and I appreciate it. Thank y'all for that, for real.
I'm signed to Cash Money. How I got here, just going hard, man, consistently grinding, you feel me, dropping it. You know, I caught the attention of Slim. He hit me up one day, and then the rest was history. Pretty much, my pops put me in the studio young, and I just took it from there, you know. I just want to thank y'all boys for the opportunity, for y'all changing my life, you feel me. I went from nothing to becoming something, so I appreciate that. God bless y'all. So.
My name is Troy Boss, and I go by T-Boss. That's my rap name.
T-Boss.
I'm real versatile. I could really come any kind of way, you know. The hip-hop, like the music the girls like, and the music the guys like, I should just say. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I'm ready to work. I'm ready to do whatever I gotta do to stay up, you know, and I just really appreciate y'all from my heart, for real. For real. Thank y'all.
Síguenos on the tracks, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a producer, Cash Money Records, feel me?
What do you bring you to the table, like Cash Money?
How could I plan? I put a new twist on the already legendary sound, like, you know, like they got a long history, legendary sound. I'm just putting my little tweak on it, you know, with some new artists or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So Birdman and Slim, keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Been winning for over 30 years. Stay on their neck, keep applying pressure, you hear me? Cash Money for life, you already know.
In 1997, you came up with a group called the Hot Boys.
It was before that.
It was before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who came up with the idea to form a group?
That was basically my idea. And to name them the Hot Boys. Well, me and Slim, to be honest, but it was my idea to name them the Hot Boys.
And why?
I felt that'd be a good group name.
Yeah, well, it was.
At the time, you know, they was young, we was hot, we was, you know, in New Orleans, you know, just being hot, fresh, and you that nigga, we felt like we was them niggas.
I can see, is it possible to see something like that again from Cash Money, come up with like a group again like that?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But their legacy gonna stand on their own though.
Yeah.
The Hot Boys are legacy. You can't we never would try to duplicate it or
exact
replace
same
it.
Like
thing.
Cowboy Part 2.
Nah, we're gonna do something different, but
create
we got
something
some
different,
things in mind for sure.
Okay, please correct me if I'm wrong. You were the first ones to make a distribution deal 85-15
Nah,
with a big label, right? And we need to talk with
There
Birdman.
had other companies that did it before us, one or two.
Yeah.
And we came with this, it's called a P&D,
But I heard you were the biggest in that time, right?
one of them. Yeah, I mean, down the line we became like the biggest over everybody, anybody. But at that time we was on the up, we was coming up. But we was big independently. We was super big in New Orleans, but throughout the southern region we was coming up and we was blowing up. So that's how we was able to get the deal we wanted.
Our music was spreading. Like we used to have like 6, 7 one-stops, which was the distribution at that time. They call them one-stops. So we used to, have one in Gonzales, one in Texas, Cincinnati, one in LA, one
Memphis.
in Tennessee.
Selector in Memphis,
yeah,
right?
Selector in Memphis.
Yeah.
I think Memphis and Nashville, one of them. But we had 6 of them. And,
They couldn't keep it. It was just hot. Our music.
and then we had to wait for our money. That was the thing. We had to wait to, you had to wait a certain amount of time. But we was moving so fast with sales that they was getting backed up, and we had to.
We was kind of forced to do a deal, bro.
Yeah.
We had got too big for the independents. So the only other thing was for us to do was to go major.
You were
Oh, we
making $1
skipped.
million a month, right?
Exactly, back in the 90s.
But we
And
really
in
did
the 90s,
though.
it's crazy.
But what we ended up doing, like we had 6, 7 one-stops, and we instead of us, sending all the stuff to each one-stop and then had to wait 90 days for your money, we ended up, me and my brother sit down, we was talking, I was telling him, we need to go to pick one stop to do everything. So we ended up dealing with Mr. Robert Gilliman at Southwest Hotel, and he distributed all to all the one-stops, and we was collecting everything from him. So we was collecting quicker, and we was getting more, we was spreading our music wider. So that helped us out a lot. Me and my brother stayed in Texas,
On
just
those
going
times,
back and forth.
everybody was selling the rights. Why you didn't?
Nah, we wasn't doing that. We just felt like,
You were very secure of your.
nah, I mean that too, but we just felt like we lost too much to gain,
Pennies.
yeah, to let somebody own something they ain't work hard for, bro. It's really got blood on this money, bro. So that was a no-go off top. That wasn't even possible for to do no shit like that.
To lose some of the artists that we lost, for like, we had one guy, we taught him how to read, we taught him how to be a young man, we made my brother sit down and teach him how to read. He could write music, he could write his raps, but he couldn't read. And me and my brother sit down and taught him how to read. And one day we went to a show, and he called us and asked for both of us to be on the phone, and we was talking to him, and he was like, "Man, I'm sorry about everything." His baby mom, I think nephew, killed him while he was asleep.
Wow.
So that's what make us do what we do to help people. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us. We helped these guys. That little guy was sleeping under the bridge before we got him. Then he started making money, and he started learning how to manage himself and manage his money and take care of himself, take care of his kids. And he was one of the first that, if he would have been alive, he would have been bad. But Pimp ended up getting killed.
Is it true that you adopted Lil Wayne at 12 years old?
No, not 9 years old.
9 years.
Yeah.
So he's your son.
No, not my biological, but like.
Not by adopted.
Nah, he lived with me since a kid. He lived with me, him and BG. They lived with me like I was a kid raising kids, I just had this thing that we were gonna make it in music, and they was gonna be the ones to do it. But yeah, I've been in his life since he was about 9 years old, 10 years old.
How is your relationship with him today?
We great. It's a father-son relationship with both of them. BG be home in a couple of weeks.
And they say
that a lot of in Puerto Rico, we always heard that Lil Wayne is considered the greatest rapper alive. Will you agree?
Yeah, you gotta put him. For us, yes, greatest rapper alive. For all the accomplishments we did together and all the accomplishments he had and we had, by far, I don't see passing.
Nice.
We come up together. We had, just being in them trenches with nothing and seeing where we took it. It was powerful.
Do you remember the first time you heard him rap?
Yeah.
At the store.
I met him at a record store and he rapped for me. He was a little kid. And
9 years old, right?
yeah. Ever since then, I gave him a card and he came by the office a few times and we just stuck it out. We dug it out. We ran together ever since.
As you develop so many artists, and like I said, I grew up listening to a lot of artists from Cash Money. Mm-hmm. When you see, if a person comes up to you and say, hey, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a singer, what do you see in that person that you can say, okay, let me invest my time and money in this person because I know this person's going to be a star?
It just seemed like magic, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see that and know that and really putting the time and dedication to develop it. It don't happen overnight. And to do it, it just takes time and a lot of time and dedication from you and the person that you see it in. And if that person got it in them like you got it in them, you get something out of it. A lot of it could come out of it.
Was it like that when you met Drake and Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, we knew Drake and Nicki were stars off top.
Before everything?
Yeah, we knew they were going to be superstars.
I watched also the interview with Forbes, the magazine, Forbes, and I'm going to quote Baby also that you say you make it look easy, but it's not. And make me want to ask to both of you, if somebody wants to start a company or wants to start a music career and they ask you for an advice, what kind of advice will you give to that person?
Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Success comes from creativity, being creative, common sense. The most successful people are creative, common sense, successful, high performance. If you believe in you and do what you're supposed to do and put your faith in God, everything else gonna take care of itself. I told you when we first started, we had somebody else we were listening to, and their plan wasn't working for us. Took them 6 months to do 6 songs. That program wasn't working, so we just did our own thing. So we led. We never followed. So we led our way to where we at. Because, being creative. Creative no matter what you're in, what kind of business, whatever business, if you're creative, you can, and know how to sell, we could sell bananas to an elephant. So we know how to sell. An elephant don't eat bananas. So that's what we do.
Estamos aquí con Vernon Brown y Carlos Los Rivas, right? Rivas.
Correct.
Ellos son el abogado y el asistente manejador de Birdman y Slim en esta travesía de Cash Money Records. Tenemos el honor de estar sentados con ellos aquí. How long you been working with Birdman?
I've been representing Slim and Baby as their attorney and business manager about 27 years now. It's been a long time. Yeah.
27 years long.
Yeah.
Your family. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel family, and it's a connection. I've been a part of it for a long time, so I've seen it all, and it's been really incredible to be a part of it. The ups, the downs, the ups, the more downs, but more ups and downs.
Why are you looking at Latin artists?
Yeah.
What do you looking
I
to have?
look for talent. That's it. I look for talent, and people who wanna be great. I like people who want to be great. Not somebody's just, you ain't confident about who you are and what you want. Man, be great. Anybody can be great if you try. You'll never know if you're going to be great if you don't try. So when you're trying and you're showing me effort, I'm going to help with that effort to make you bigger, because I believe in, you know, talent and creativity. I love creative people.
If I want to be a star, I want Slim being the person who's going to make me the star.
Nice.
That's the best way to think about it. If I want to be one, and that's my dream, there's no better person for me to be with than him. That I say, not just because I've been with him for 27 years, just because that's it. If that was today, I would be like, who's my choices to be with? Oh, I'm going with Slim. Because the odds of me getting a chance to do what I want to do and having someone be there and have my back and give me the right advice, I watched them do it a million times. Like, in you know, behind the scenes, literally standing in closets with people, standing in bedrooms, you know, in the middle of the night talking. I've been there. I watched them do it. It's totally amazing. You guys asked a question earlier that I heard, and it was regarding the initial deal, and you said the 85-15.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, you said the 85-15, and it was historic, whatever. And I know Baby said, you know, there was a lot of others, whatever. There were, you know, production and distribution deals. I'm sure there was hundreds of them, but there was none historically as theirs was.
That's what I read.
Theirs was historic.
That's what I read.
Because I think the industry at that time saw what they were doing, and, you know, to be honest with you, Universal didn't want that to leave their doors. They didn't want them to go next door or across the street. They, you know,
I heard
so
you were going out of the meeting with them, right?
Right. Yeah.
We're
They were walking out. Right. So that deal became a historic deal with tens of millions of dollars behind it back then, with them owning 100%, which is, you know, literally impossible today.
Impossible. Yeah.
Today, the music industry, you know, it's less likely to want to have people have ownership. It's less likely to develop entrepreneurs. And I say that not in the reason that the industry is trying to hold people back. It's just not part of the music model anymore because of streaming, singles. You know, it's hard to build entrepreneurs in a market when you're putting out 100,000 records in the marketplace every day in an industry. So we've reached a new time and era where I think a new model will come along and things will happen. But what they did historically, I don't think you'll see that happen anytime soon.
Do you have any Latin artists on the radar that you saw that captured your attention?
We were looking at some. I had a conversation with an artist today. We're looking right now. We got some things in mind. We can't share at the moment, but you know, we're into it. We love the route it's going, and we see what they're doing. They remind us of us.
Even reggaeton might sound a little different, but you know, our base, our foundation, is hip hop. You know, and we respect a lot the hip hop in the United States. This year, August 11, hip hop turned 50 years old. You know, how do you see hip hop in the next 50 years?
You never know, bro. Shit changes. This game changed like that. So you could never put a finger on it. This shit changed in a heartbeat. 1 second, the game would be different. You can't point a finger on it. I don't think so. We never did it like that. We just went with the wave.
And it's streaming now. It might be something else then, you know. They're doing streaming everything now.
But it's definitely going to be around, and a lot of money still in it, probably more money in it.
So the business going to change. It changes every day. Business changes. So right now, everything is about streaming. They're going to come up with something else to take the place of streaming, just like they took the place of CDs and cassettes. So they're going to find something else to take the place of streaming.